Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And you got to say, Marco Rubio is an absolute genius. He, of course, is the US Secretary of State, Trump's US Secretary of State, and he has done something that will put the fear of God into the criminal classes in America. For far too long, criminals have had us scared. That's about to change because of a deal Rubio has struck with El Salvador. For those who don't know, El Salvador had a massive, massive problem with gang warfare, with murder on the streets, with basically corrupt police, the lot. It was a terrible place. It was a failing state. And then a new president called Bukele came to power. And he said, no, that's changing. And he built a supermax prison. And he just arrested all the gangs, just rounded them up, boom, 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 one at a time. And they were all given immediate life sentences. There was no appeal. There was no trial. They were marched in front of the judge. The judge simply said, life, and off they went to prison for the remainder of their worthless lives. And these prisons aren't Butlins. It's 6 or even 8 men to a cell, a bucket to piss and shit in, and that's it. They get fed twice a day, and it isn't going to be the best cuts of the prime fillet beef, is it? And in prison, they're allowed to carry on their gang warfare. It means that the prison population holds constant because they keep killing each other because they're all mental. And it worked. And El Salvador's crime fell overnight. I mean, it is basically 1% of where it was. It is now gone from one of the most dangerous countries in the world to one of the most safe. Its economy is now booming. People are willing to trade there, go there. It's even starting to build up, a tourist industry, for heaven's sake. And all because the gangs are all locked up. Well, Rubio, seeing this, has said, what a brilliant idea. Unfortunately, though, American laws prohibit the treatment of prisoners in such a way. Oh dear, what a shame. However, Rubio and Trump have had a conversation. They've decided, wouldn't it be a great idea if they hired room in these prisons to put America's most dangerous criminals there? And the El Salvadorian president has said, sure, send us some money and a prisoner. We'll look after them for you. And so they're going to start moving the most dangerous prisoners to an El Salvador jail where the life expectancy is about 6 to 8 months. Oh, joy. Have you seen the fear on these prisoners' faces now? They're no longer the big fish in their particular jail. They're going in with a jail where you are literally crammed in like sardines, where all the guards wear complete face covering protection. They're armed to the teeth. If you raise your hand to a guard, it's an instant shot in the face death sentence. They don't put up with shit. This is El Salvador jails. And you know what? They work. And they're going to work for America too. This is a remarkable turnaround. Now, the thing is, they're not just willing to take El Salvadorian criminals. They'll take any criminal, regardless of where they come from, as long as it's the Americans paying them to take them. It could mean American citizens being sent to El Salvador jails. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. What a brilliant, brilliant idea. Perhaps Trump is finger on the pulse when it comes to how people want prisoners treated. Maybe Starmer should look at the same thing. Maybe there should be a small 18-year-old sitting in an El Salvadorian prison. He'd be having a great time. More sex than he's ever had before, that's for sure. Not the sort of sex he'd be wanting, I suspect, but it's the sort of sex he'd be getting, and a fair amount of it. He wouldn't last long, though, would he? There we go. Please, God, make this a thing here. Send them to El Salvador. Thanks very much. Bye.